Hello to all traders and welcome back to another market review brought to you by Orbex. So the Fed's decision to hold rates in yesterday's session saw the indices of America jump slightly. Gold fell a little bit lower with the dollar being a little bit more supportive, but it was expected because, with inflation running a little bit higher than its target of 2%, with the trade war ongoing and possibly potentially more tariffs being imposed by President Trump, Fed Chair Jerome Powell just said that basically we need to hold off on cutting any rates. There was supposed to be 3 rate cuts this year alone. However, we have yet to see any, and it's in we're in May at the moment, so it is quite kind of looking likely that we might not see any for a while. The Fed did last cut their previous rate in December, so there was promises of more of a movement to the downside for the Fed, but in certainty, with the new president coming in, shaking up the markets quite significantly, we are now seeing that the Fed is holding back quite significantly, and we'll see if there are going to be any rate cuts this year alone. So let's just take a look at what that means in the market. Well, the gold did fall quite significantly, but we've seen the gold a couple of times this week already on the Market Insights video. Dollar jumped quite a few pips to the upside, but nothing significant. Just looking on the Dow at the moment on the intraday, because we're just seeing now this slight pop to the upside, but it's hitting a heavy resistance at the moment because we're just seeing now that price action is just teetering around the mid 41,000 area. So we're hoping not to fall back below 41,000 because that would be quite significant. We could see a deeper correction, a deeper sell-off, if that does happen. So if we do break this particular trading zone at the moment, we could have a slide lower. So all this hard work that the Dow has done since the April sell-off that we saw, in April, we will see possibly that hard work being negated, and price action will start falling a little bit lower, but we'll have to wait and see if that is the case in the near term. So the Fed basically, Jerome Powell did basically say they can't really project the data unless they see more data. Basically, they can't really go on word of mouth. They have to really see some strong economic data before they can start cutting rates anytime soon. So possibly in the next meeting they will be holding again, which will be beneficial for the dollar. Gold not so beneficial, and we've had a slide lower. Let's just have a quick look on gold. Actually, I said to you that we looked in it already a few times this week, but as you can see, very vast sell-off which was expected, now trading below 33.50 for the first time in a few sessions. As you can see here, these levels of support really having a breakthrough at the moment. But as I said, if we just focus on the indices, the S&P as well as the Nasdaq, as I said, since this April April to March sell-off here, we've nicely recovered in the near term at least, and now we're just waiting to see if that's going to pop higher, because we were on track for a full V-shaped recovery. Okay, we had a little bit of a correction here, but the chances were that we were going to keep moving higher, but we have another 500 points to go until that does happen, in the realm of possibility if it does happen. RSI is moving a bit higher as well, so expect a little bit of a dip, possibly a consolidation for now until we get another move higher. Excuse me. So what do you think? Is the US clear from a recession? Is the Fed looking only at tariff deals for its next decision? And what next for Donald Trump? Well, he's supposed to impose tariffs in the UK today, so we could see more of a fluctuation on the UK market, plus a Bank of England decision as well incoming, which could mean some shaky ground for UK indices and the pound as well. So keep an eye out for that, and as usual, we'll bring you all the latest on our technicals and fundamentals on our YouTube and Telegram channel. So until next time, have a great trading day ahead, trade responsibly, and bye for now.